So I'm Zahava, and many of you know me well, so well, um, and perhaps some of you don't yet. Um, and I want to offer a few things for our human family right now. One is that the election is not over. Every time we put our attention on something, we're voting for it. When we put our attention on the earth, we're voting for the earth. When we put our attention on our hearts, we're voting for our hearts. And that at this time, we get to choose where we put our attention. And let's do that with care. Let's do that well. Putting our attention in places that are going to generate us and support us and support us accepting what is, so we can then move forward and respond. So I want to also presence that too, not only is the election not over, but our body is our greatest ally. And that our body has a wisdom beyond our thoughts and beyond our bafflement with this recent election. And that our body is the site where violence occurs and is generated. But our body is so much more than that. It is also contains the ability to translate our aggression, our rage, our trembling, our grieving. Our body knows how to translate and compost that energy and create love and motivation and inspiration. Our body knows how to reorganize those parts of us. So I want to offer you a few very simple ways to access that power that we all have. And the first is grounding. And there's nothing new about this. We're going to put our attention on the parts of us that are not in pain, on the parts of us that are not itching to make someone else our enemy, because those parts of us are really important right now. And there's a whole lineage of people who have accessed those parts, who have healed and overcome things as equally devastating. And that is not lost on us. We are totally supported by our ancestors' wisdom and healing capacity, and we can tap into it now. So first we're going to ground and feel our feet on the floor. And imagine, just like the really beautiful trees outside, that we have a root system too, that's plugged into something way bigger than us, that we are not alone. And to feel our feet drinking up the sensation of support underneath us, to take a moment to soften the whole body so we can plug into this depth. And today I'm going to invite us to do it while standing. That's what my body needs. Your body might want to sit. Trust your body. But we're going to soften the crown of the head and the face and the tongue and see what might be willing to let go a little bit so we can become more present to the power of our root system and softening through the heart and the belly and deep into the guts, the basin of the pelvis, the broadness of the hips, down the thigh bones, down those knees that know how to take us forward. all the way down into the heels of our feet. And the affirmation that the earth is with us by the sensation of our weight in the soles of our feet. And this is one way to put our attention on our resources and to vote for the earth by putting our attention on the earth. And the second thing is to put our attention at our heart, and we can bring our hands there and actually have a really soft ah sound, breathing through the heart. See if you can feel the presence of your hands at the heart. See if you can feel your heartbeat. Remember, this wisdom is with us. And if you like, you can make this sound with me. Inhaling, making an ah sound. Hearing our own voices right now is so important. So we voted for the earth, we voted for the heart. And the third thing I want to vote for is my fierceness, our strength, our resilience, our ability to eat up space, to move with clarity. And you don't have to move like me, but I do invite you to root your feet deep in the earth, to take deep breaths through your mouth, and to move space around you, to clear, to feel your power, to feel that your heart is ready to speed up to support you and to energize you and to bring blood to all the parts of you so we can vote for our fierceness, putting our attention on our fierceness. And the last part is to vote for our grace. To imagine almost being underwater, to remember that most of us is water, and to come back to the fluidity and the grace, the experience of our entire being in a gentle motion, because we also can adapt. We also can be in grace. We also can find ease. And so the election is not over, because we can vote for the earth, and we can vote for our heart, and we can vote for our fierceness, and we can vote for our grace. And our bodies are our greatest allies, and they are so ready for us, and they are free right now. So now is the time to embody our values. And so the last piece of this is community. How we show up with each other. And I invite you, as my dear friends have been reminding me, to hug each other, to hold each other, to touch each other, so that we can know that being here in these bodies is a safe experience. And to even do that now with yourself, if there's not another loving body near you to touch, to hold. I am right here. And that when we listen to each other, especially when we listen to people who have different opinions right now, to listen deeper than that first level of what we think is wrong or who we think the enemy is. Because underneath that is probably a lot of common ground, is a lot of wanting the same things, wanting to be seen, wanting to be heard, wanting to be valued, wanting to have the resources to take care of our families, wanting a sense of freedom, wanting a sense that who we are and who we've come from is respected. And so in those first layers, as I was talking to my dear friend Raphael, it might sound like the enemy is this, but underneath is more and more this common ground that actually a lot of what we want is quite similar, because we do belong to each other. We do belong to each other in more ways than we really can understand. And I feel so much love and so grateful for the opportunity to be alive right now with you all. Take sweet, sweet, blessed care of yourself and your loved ones.